What's going on YouTube? Kigerr here, and today's video we're talking about the best possible support build in Legend in Neverland. We're going to talk about the three main game modes that you would be supporting in, and that would be Guild Boss, Top League, and Uncharted Battlefield. Let's get into it. Alright guys, here we are for the best support build in the game, and for the three main game modes we have Guild Boss, Top League, and the new Uncharted Battlefield. Let's talk about the abilities first. So this current skill lineup is for the two PvP setups, and that is we have the Roundhouse Kick, Shattering Arrow, where's it at? Shifting Bolt, and Strength of Nature. This gives you plenty of maneuverability. I'll show you that. You have Roundhouse Kick, which you can target even if no one's in that direction. You can just jump in that direction, so you have some maneuverability. Shifting Bolt, if someone's chasing you or if you're trying to knock someone down, hit them down. And as far as the third skill, it's just a generic damage skill. There's a second generic damage skill you could pick from, but that one takes a lot of wind up and doesn't do as well. So if we look, Roundhouse Kick, AoE, and Knockdown. And that's your engage kind of style. If you're trying to run away, it would be Shifting Bolt towards them, so they have to run past that, while you are roundhouse kicking in the opposite direction. Then you obviously have your invisibility for movement speed. It's also a cleanse. If there's anything bad on you, you knock it away. I like putting Licorice and the Fire Heal Fairy here. Licorice for her AoE CC, and the Fire Heal Fairy for his heal over time. And that will come into effect later on when we talk about other things. So we also are using Holy Sacrifice as our secondary. Here we go. We have Petrification Orb right there, which Purification Orb does damage and reduces tenacity by 20%. This is still the two PvP game modes, and we'll talk separately about the PvE game mode. Then we are using Frostworm, which is a slow and an AoE, which will help you, as I said. So you have this interesting combo where you can Shifting Arrow and then hit them with the Frostworm AoE. Then you have your two main support skills in this class. You have an AoE heal, heals everybody and then heals over time. And then you have Star Blessing, which is attack increase, crit increase, and a AoE cleanse. Cleanses everybody. So you have two cleanses for yourself and one for everybody else. As for your fairies, I believe this setup right here is really, really good. If you don't want to use the two earth fairies, the two wind fairies are also decent in this role. But if you do not have Licorice, then you can exchange that for Anathria for PvP, as she does execute damage. If they're low, it does bonus damage, also reduces their healing. If you're in the PvE game mode, then just extra damage with Chestnut. Now, as for the one PvE game mode, that would be Guild Boss. You would keep most of this the same, but there will be some small changes. For abilities right here, we would take that off and change that. Well, sorry. Yes. There we go. Because you don't really need the heal. If you do, you can change that, but 3 damaging skills and the Star Blessing is optimal in my opinion. And over here, you would straight up change off of Wind Chaser and use all 4 marksman skills on the left. And you would only swap over to Holy Sacrifice when it's time to, every 30 seconds when it's time to do Star Blessing and use your other skills. Now, as for what fairy wills you should be using, I have a couple recommendations. And that would be Rigidity, which is when you take damage 3 times, you gain a shield equal to a percentage of your HP, and percent damage decrease for 3 seconds with a 35-second cooldown, as well as God Bless. While in battle, gain 1 stack of God Bless every 4 seconds, lasting 6 seconds. Every stack grants block and tenacity percent, stacking up to 5 times. At max stacks, gain percent damage decrease. So both of these can stack, but you can't go past the cap. We assume the cap of damage decrease is 100%, but we still do not know that yet. So both of these can trigger at the same time and make you very, very survivable, which is your main goal. Survive so you can increase your opponents, increase your allies. So in Guild Boss, you have your rotation. You throw your AoEs and then you swap back to all of your marksman skills on the left, and you stay in marksman as long as you can to do some damage. But in the 2 main PvP game modes, it's just all about making space. This is a great build for people who aren't the greatest in PvP or are lower CPs than other people, because all that really matters is your heals and your buffs. And if we take a look, our heal, Strength of Nature, is based off of your max HP, and over here, this is based off of your attack. So the only stat that you should work on to increase the strength of your heal is attack. And if we take a look at the fairies, Chestnut does good, gives you a lot of attack as you go. And then, like, if you just take a look, Anathria gives you attack at her level 80 break. And just look for ones that give you base attack. But really, guys, for the totem, there's really only 2 options, and that is either attack and break or attack and crit. I prefer attack and crit, but you will need some break in there. There's also ones that do HP, block, and tenacity for the defensive stats, as well. HP, block, tenacity, and defense. Actually, I don't think it does block it. Yeah. All 4. I prefer getting as much HP and block as possible, getting the other 2 when I need to. But HP and block are the ones that I care about the most. If we talk about crystals, you want to score up your attack, obviously, as I said. Block and tenacity, so you can defend yourself, so you can get to your next heal. Other classes generally go for crit and break. As you see, my numbers aren't the numbers I'm telling you to get. These are just my numbers right now. I've yet to min-max my account yet. I'm still in the theory crafting stages myself. But these are to give you guys some ideas of what you should be looking for. Let's see, anything else I should be going over? Yeah, guys, so let me know So for stats, you want HP and attack, like I said, as high as you can get it. And like I said, tenacity, block, protection rate, damage decrease, all of the defensive stats, and let your teammates do the damage for you while you keep them alive. You can actually use your body because you have a self-heal from the marksman. You can put your body in the way and soak a lot of damage for your allies, and then use Gift of Nature and your several movement type skills to get away, reposition, and then heal back up, and then body tank for your allies again. This is the best support build, but it also, as I just mentioned, has some decent off-tank options. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think I missed anything and what you would like to see next. Till next time, guys.